So the Lakers had their first preseason game yesterday, and all I was really looking for and checking for was Dalton Knect, to see if his game came up, to see if he'd been working on stuff. I understand that you may play in a preseason game and things won't go the way you quite expect, because it's just a sloppier game. So it's harder to get things off sometimes. But that's what I was checking for, and I was highly disappointed. Dalton Knect's body language was trash yesterday. His court bearing, how he carried himself, was terrible. And within the first 3 to 5 plays, I saw him on multiple occasions just stand there with his hands on his waist, or knelt over with his hands on his knees. I'm not talking about because he was tired. I'm saying that 5 seconds into a shot clock or 10 seconds into a play, he was literally standing there with his hands on his knees, telegraphing that where he was going to be involved in the play or whether he was involved in the play. It's just terrible court bearing. And he had the actions of someone who thought they were out the door, or someone who checked out. Those were his actions. Whatever he shot for the game, I'm not even tripping about. I think he was 3 for 13. I don't really care. I know the dude could shoot. We all know the dude could shoot. So, 3 for 13, who cares? Doesn't really matter. What matters to me is that, one, he's not going to do the Lakers any favors on the way out the door. That's what it looked like to me. Now, might that be a one-off? Might there be a reason for it? I can't imagine. If you're going to do that in a game, you just shouldn't be playing in the game. So I can't imagine that there's a reason for that. But yeah, he's not going to do the Lakers any favors on the way out the door. 2, he's not going to do himself any favors. That type of thing will follow you when you are not a good NBA player. That type of thing will follow you. Other guys could get a pass because they are. I just did a video yesterday about there's a double standard between DeAndre Ayton and Luka Doncic. Well, DeAndre Ayton, you are not Luka Doncic. So you can't get away with some of the stuff that he gets away with. And when you are Dalton Knect, you can't get away with that. And it will follow you. And I mean, it'll probably cost him money if this persists, So I don't know. I wasn't happy. I was hoping to see Dalton Knect come out and again display, what he'd been working on. My understanding is the dude is a gym rat, and the dude loves the game. And if you think about it, and you look at his path from where he started to where he is now, you don't get there unless you love the game. But I think he hears a lot. I don't know how you can't hear the drum beat from Laker Nation to get rid of him. I don't know how he can't hear that. And I suspect he hears that. I suspect he knows that, especially after he was thrown into every trade. 1, this offseason. 2, he'd been traded. Literally was traded. I think it touches him. I think one way or another look, man, sometimes it's hard to hide how you feel. You could do your damnedest. You could do it with integrity to hide how you feel. I mean, you could really, if someone is treating you a certain way, or a group of people are treating you a certain way, it's natural for that to touch you. It's really hard for you not to be able to show that it's touching you. And when I say that, I mean, sometimes it's just implicit. You aren't explicitly trying to do anything. You're not explicitly trying to show your ass or make a scene, or you're not trying to do that. But when you're thrown into every trade, and the fan base does not want you, and that management does not want you, I mean, that's going to manifest itself in some way, shape, or form at some time. It's going to happen. And when it does manifest itself, it can't manifest itself like that. Like what Dalton Knect showed in that preseason game. Yeah, I know, it's just a preseason game. It doesn't matter. What Dalton Knect showed was unprofessional. It's inexcusable. You can't do that. I was watching this clip the other day, and it was a woman who a guy approached. No, this is what it was. She was in an Uber, and she canceled the ride, I guess right before she got dropped off, and the Uber driver noticed. Well, she was effectively stealing from this man. Took his time and took his money. She's messing with this guy's money, with his ability to live, right? His livelihood. She's messing with that. And he confronts her in the car. Right now, with all things being equal, I don't know that this was staged or not. And I know there's a lot of red pill stuff going on right now to make men hate on women. I know that too, right? To make the woman who is a quote-unquote bitch look like the rule and not the exception. I know that. I'm totally aware of that. Anyway, this woman does this, and I guess the mechanism to make people hate her, or what she chose to do, because again, I don't know if it's real or not. She says, I feel uncomfortable. This is after she canceled the ride and tried to steal from this dude. She had the audacity to say, I feel uncomfortable. Why are you yelling at? Why are you angry? This, that, and the other. You stole from him, and you're literally asking this dude, why are you angry? You know what I'm saying? And all I'm getting at is this. As a woman, right, in this world that we're in right now, that's what you cannot fall back on. You cannot do, however you feel, you cannot fall back on that, especially after you attempted to steal from this cat, right? And that's what I'm getting at with Dalton Knect. However you feel, however people are treating you, you cannot fall back on the behavior or the mannerisms or the demeanor you showed on the court the other day. You can't do that as a basketball player, right? I know as a black man, there are certain things I cannot fall back on. I cannot go and point the finger at, especially if I am in the wrong or in a particular situation, or I'm caught up in a particular predicament. There are just certain things you can't fall back on, man. And that's how I felt when I saw Dalton Knect the other day, right? Or last night when he was playing in the preseason game. I'm like, look, man, I understand how you feel. I understand you got to hear and know and be affected by how Laker Nation is talking about you, about how management may be talking about you, right? Knowing management already traded your ass. I understand that. I get it. But you can't fall back on that, on carrying yourself that way. You can't do it, man. And that's what I saw yesterday. And a lot of times, by the time a player gets to that point, it's over. It's a wrap. It's just a wrap. They just need a new change of scenery. And I fear that last night what I saw, and because look, I'm a big proponent of the dude, man. I'm in his corner, but I can't defend that. Can't defend that. Anyway, I checked for Trey Jameson. I didn't see much from him. Not good, not bad, just irrelevant. It's a summer league. A lot of this is just irrelevant. Like I said, Dalton Knect shot 3 for 13. I don't care. I know he could shoot. That's not really what you're looking for, right? If he gets the ball, you're looking for a better handle. You're looking for better playmaking abilities. Whatever. The shot, it'll come, it'll go. I'm not on that. The biggest takeaway was his demeanor. He needs to get his head right. If he don't get his head right, he will be traded, or he'll be, in the doghouse. It's 1 or 2, but either way, that's what's gonna happen. All right, y'all. Be cool. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next time.